going to Disney World this summer, don't let these things get in your way of ruining your Disney World vacation. You spent a lot of money, you plan so much as you can, but don't let these things ruin your vacation. Let's get into the things that can ruin your vacation now. Hey everybody, it's Ryan from Ryan's Ohana. So you're going to Disney World this year in 2023, and you're trying your best to have the greatest vacation that you can. You've done so much planning, you've done all this work, and you're trying to make sure that your family's going to have the greatest vacation. So let's go into some of the things that can ruin your Disney vacation, but it can also be prevented. So let's start with number one, forgetting your park pass reservation. As you know, as of right now, Disney World, all of Disney World Resort parks, you have to have a park pass reservation to get into Epcot, Magic Kingdom, Hollywood Studios, all the parks, all of them. You have to have a park pass reservation. Now, that can ruin your vacation when you totally forget when you're booking your vacation to reserve your park pass reservation. But as of January 9th, 2024, you will no longer need a park pass reservation. Like I said, as of January 9th, 2024, you will no longer need a park pass reservation. But for the rest of this year of 2023 and into the first 8 days of 2024, you will need a park pass reservation. So do not let that ruin your Disney vacation. Don't forget when you're booking your Disney World vacation to book a park pass reservation for whichever parks you're going to attend to during your time and your vacation stay. Next up on our list of things that can ruin your vacation to Disney World is forgetting to charge your phone. I don't know how many times I've been to the parks and I have forgotten to charge my phone the night before, and it has been crucial for me to charge my phone because everything's on it nowadays. Everything, your tickets are on your phone, your reservations that you've made for any dining experiences are on your phone, all your photo passes are on your phone, and it's so crucial to remember to charge your phone. And if you forget to charge your phone, it's okay. In many of the Disney World resorts, and the parks, you can find it's called a fuel rod, where you can buy the fuel rod and it'll help you charge your phone while you're in the parks. And you can always exchange it out for a new fuel rod after that fuel rod has drained its battery. You can change it out for a new one and you can continue to charge your phone on the new fuel rod that you have. Like I said, it's really crucial to remember to charge your phone, and because everything's on it. Everything that's essential for you is on it. You can use it to get into your rooms with it. And yes, it is very, very, very important to make sure that you charge your phones, because you do not want to let that ruin your Disney vacation. The next thing to know that can ruin your Disney vacation is not knowing how to use Genie Plus. Of course, you know, Genie Plus took over for Fast Passes, and now they have lightning lanes for different rides that you could ride and all that good stuff with Genie Plus. So not knowing how to use it is very, very essential to your Disney World vacation, because you can book all your rides on there. You can book your dining reservations, everything that you can think of in Disney World. You can even view times and all this stuff through your Disney Genie Plus. So not knowing how to use it is essential so that you can get through your day at Disney World, because Genie Plus can actually help you plan out your day by telling you which rides that they think will be the best to ride during that time that you're there, because it'll show which rides have the lowest wait times. You can also book your lightning lanes through there, so that way you can just walk through and go through the lightning lane line instead of having to wait in the regular line. So it's very, very essential to know how to use Disney Genie Plus, and you will find that very, very valuable on your Disney World vacation. Next on our list of things that can ruin your Disney World vacation, and this actually I think is a very important one, is constantly thinking about the money that you are spending at Disney World. Don't think about it. I mean, think about it, but everybody knows that Disney World is expensive. It is expensive. You're going to spend a lot of money on this vacation because, as you know, like I said, it is expensive. But constantly thinking about the money is going to ruin your Disney World vacation. So don't think about the money. just be conscientious of what you're spending, what you're doing, and just have a plan of knowing, okay, I want to hit this, and this, or I want to allow this amount of money for each day, so that way I know once that's gone, we still have money for the rest of the trip. We like to do here at Ryan's Ohana is we like to go to Target and get those Target gift cards from Disney, those Disney Target gift cards, because you save 5% on them. And so that's a little bit of money that you can save on it, but it helps you save on the money side, so you're not constantly thinking about it. So try not to constantly think about the money and just have fun, enjoy yourself. Like I said before, you plan this trip, you deserve it. So just don't think about the money too much. Just be conscientious about it and just try and have fun. Another thing on our list here that can ruin your Disney World vacation is not being prepared for the changes that can happen at Disney World. As you know, things are constantly changing at Disney World. Disney's making changes almost every day. They're pushing times back. They're changing their park hours. Their rides will be down for refurbishment during certain times of the year. So you gotta be ready for those constant changes that are about to happen. Of course, like you said, rides will be down. You gotta make sure that you follow up on everything that you can think of that won't ruin your vacation with the constant changes that happen at Disney World. You gotta be prepared. You gotta read and listen and look for all the different things that are changing in Disney World, because you can get there and be like, well, I thought the park was closing. I thought Animal Kingdom was closing at 9 o'clock today. Well, it says it's closing at 7. So that's 2 hours that you were unaccounted for, and it kind of threw off your day because the park closed 2 hours early because you were like, oh no, the park is closing at 7 and not 9 like I thought. So don't let that ruin your vacation. Just be constantly checking for any updates, any changes that Disney is doing, so that way you can be prepared to make any changes to your schedule when you're at Disney World. The next thing on our list, this is for the parents. For parents who have young children, and travel to Disney World, be prepared to take breaks with your children. When we went with Mavis when she was 2 years old, we kind of pushed the envelope when we were trying to get to our dining reservation. We knew that she was tired. Like I said, we pushed the envelope, and we just didn't really have a good dining reservation with her because she was tired. She was throwing a fit, and we just really didn't have a good time at that reservation because we pushed the envelope on her nap time. So we learned our lesson, and we know now to take breaks with our children, because if not, you will have a miserable time because the kids will be fussy, they'll be crying, and you don't want that to ruin your vacation because you're like, man, the kids are crying, we're supposed to be having fun. But you know your children, you know how your children are, and you know when they need their breaks and when they need their nap times. So please make sure you get them their breaks and their nap times, because you will have a great vacation to make sure you don't have any cranky children, because we've done it. We've had cranky children with us. Mavis has been cranky, and we've pushed the envelope with her, and we now know that she needs her breaks like we need our breaks. So we go ahead and we make sure that we take some time out during our day to make sure we go back to the resort, so that way she can take a nap or she gets the sleep that she needs, so that way she can get up, be good to go for the rest of the day at the parks, because we do like to go rope drop and we like to stay the whole day. But and now that she's older and she doesn't need naps anymore, we can actually do that with her. But before, when she was younger, we needed to make sure that she had her nap. So anybody who has young children, make sure that you take your breaks and your naps with your children, so that way y'all guys can have the great vacation that you guys deserve. The next thing on our list that can ruin your Disney vacation is not being prepared for the Florida weather. As you know, Florida weather is very, very, very unpredictable. It could be hot, it could be cold, it could be rainy, it could be windy, it could be stormy, it could be perfectly calm, and it could be a perfect day outside, and then things can change on a dime. That's Florida weather for you. So as you know, Florida has hurricane season. Hurricane season is from June through November, and Florida, it rarely gets hurricanes, but sometimes they will get hurricanes, and they will shut the parks down for a day or two to let the hurricane pass. And people who are at Disney World during a hurricane will be able to stay on property. You won't be able to go any of the parks or anything, but you will be able to stay on the resort, and they will have things for you and your kids when you're there during a hurricane, or they would do different activities at the resorts for the kids. The food services will still be available, where that you can get food. So you don't really have to worry. You have to worry about the hurricane, but you don't have to worry about food and shelter during the hurricane when you're at Disney World, because Disney World does a very, very, very good job of taking care of their guests during hurricanes, and I really, really love that they do that. But like I said, beware of the heat, because the heat is very, very, very bad. Last time we went to Disney World, we went out into the heat, and we were there for 4 days, and we're in the parks every single day, constantly going rope drop till to the end. And I actually got sick. I really did get sick from the heat. It knocked me out. I was miserable for one of the days, like towards the end, because I didn't think I thought I drank enough water, but I guess I didn't drink enough water, and it made me I got heat sick, and it was not fun. I was miserable for a couple of those times there. And just make sure that you drink plenty of water, plenty of water. There's a lot of water stations there that you can get free water from. Take advantage of that, because it is free water. You can go to some of the stations and fill up your canteens. You can bring your canteens in there, fill up your canteens with ice, get the free water, so that way you can keep hydrated throughout the day. And also, please make sure that you keep your children hydrated, because they are one of the ones who can get the heat the most, because they are so little. Please make sure that you get that for them. Another thing to be prepared for the Florida heat is, on Amazon, they have these portable fans. They're chargeable. You can charge them. They're portable fans that you can stick on you, so that way it keeps you cool. You can put them in your face, so that way it'll keep you cool. You can put them, I think it kind of goes on, ones that we have kind of clips onto my shorts, and I can pull my shirt over it, and it'll keep my body cool. I actually really like those fans. They're from Amazon. I think my wife and I, we only paid maybe, I think it was $15 for them, so they weren't really expensive. But it's one of those things that you can use to prepare for the Florida weather. And also, don't forget that sometimes it gets cold in Florida. Sometimes it actually does get cold. To dress appropriately, they do have ponchos that you can buy from Disney World. Of course, they're a little bit more expensive for when it does rain, because it is gonna rain during some of the seasons. So be prepared. You can buy the ponchos there, or you can bring your own ponchos. But like I said, just be prepared for any of the rain that happens, or any of the hurricanes. Just be prepared of the weather, for the heat and all that stuff, because it will change on a dime. It could be sunny one time, and then 5 minutes later, it can be raining, and then it'll finish in 5 minutes, and then it'll be sunny again for the rest of the day. So just be prepared for the weather. The last thing on our list is not forgetting to get your virtual queues. As you know, Guardians of the Galaxy and Tron's Light Cycle Run, they do run on virtual queues. So not forgetting to get your virtual queues will ruin your Disney vacation if you don't get them. Be prepared to get up at 9 or to get up at 7 a.m. to get that virtual queue, to try and get it on those rides. And if not, you have another chance at 1 p.m. to get your virtual queue. Just please do not forget to get your virtual queue for any of those rides. Well, that's going to do it for this episode here of Ryan's Ohana. I hope you found these tips very, very interesting. And please subscribe, and we'll see y'all guys in the next one.